Well, all right, all right, all right. How y'all doing? Hey, everybody. Yes, I do live in Austin, and so does Matthew McConaughey. Did I ever tell you about the time that I'm going to name drop here just because it's one of the only cool things. No, not one of the old, I've done a lot of cool stuff. But I was, back in the late 90s, my girlfriend at the time, her father had written a book that had been turned into a movie that was going to be made called The Newton Boys. I've talked about this, but before the production began, Ethan Hawke was in it, Vincent D'Onofrio, Matthew McConaughey, all those types. Not Lyle, Dwight Yoakam was in it. Anyway, so I got to play guitar at this pre-party as we're just ramping up to filming with Ethan Hawke. I'm playing Ethan with guitar right next to Ethan Hawke, eye to eye, nose to nose. We're trying to figure out the chords to songs we didn't know. Everyone's hanging out, listening on the porch. It was at a ranch in Blanco. Here's a picture right here. Check me. Can you tell? It's me with a beard and about 200 pounds or so. And I'm playing with Ethan, and Matthew McConaughey is sitting back just watching. Yeah, this is 1997. Check it out. Anyway, cool. All right, so today we're going to shave with some American vintage soap company, the final shaving puck, Permafrost. Here it is, folks. It's in this little thing. I took it out. It looks like I'm going to unwrap a cheeseburger. Normally those are red, right? I always like it when you go to cheeseburger places that have these red wrappers, Anyway, so this is American Vintage Soap Company. They were kind enough to send this to me. This is their, as I said, it's called where is it? The Final Shaving Puck. And and they have several of them. This is their pride and joy, the Permafrost version, which means it's got menthol in it. $5. This thing's $5. So it comes in a little package, no nonsense. They're all about what they said on their website, functional minimalism. I like that. You don't need a bunch of crazy packaging. Okay, but what I do need, now I could lather this in my hand, but I'm gonna use the shaving bowl that Pearl Shaving. This is a shaving bowl. Look at this thing. That looks like a cup holder in your car. You put your cigarette in there. No, you put your puck in there, folks. And then you can put your cigar there. No, what do you put there? Oh, you put your brush. Is that what you do? Well, whatever works. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this little puck in here bloom. Fancy. That means I'm just going to put it in the water. I hate those guys. Look, I don't hate those terminologies, but anyway, I'm just going to put it in water and let it sit there for a minute. And then I'm going to use that bowl. So thank you to the fine folks at not only American Vintage Soap Company, a real small mom and pop, USA. They say they don't, they hand make everything in white t-shirts, they say on the website. So thank you, Robert, and thanks to everybody over there at American Vintage Soap Company. I can't wait to try this out. I haven't tried it yet. $5 for that puck of soap, and that's going to last you a long time. So anyway, all right. So let's shave with that bowl, and then I'm going to talk about some problematic razors from Pearl that I am not going to review. And I'll show you why in a minute and tell you kind of my thoughts about that and what I've come to expect from Pearl and what I've been a little bit, disappointed by with what they've sent me. Thank you for sending it to me, but you wanted my opinion. It's coming. And we're going to lather with this, which is the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrement, the Solar Flare. It's a synthetic. All right, I took a shower, did my hair. I'm going to put some hot water on my face. Man, I got so much done yesterday. I did my laundry. I mowed the yard. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. So why am I still sweating? I mowed the yard yesterday. Anyway, sorry the rest of the country is like in a heat wave. We're basking in the rain down here in Austin, 90 degrees. That's nothing for us. Okay, so I think this has bloomed long enough. Like I said, I only do that. I have no problem with people that use these terminology. Believe me. Do and say what you want to say as long as you don't hurt yourself or anybody else. Okay, so here we go. We're going to get this thing ready. We're going to see. It's got this bowl, by the way, costs $12 on Amazon. Everything Pearl makes is on Amazon. So here's what I'm going to do. All right, I got enough lather in this. This thing exploded already by my standards. And I'm going to put it down here, put the puck away, let it dry, and then just start. How do I hold on to this? You think I know how to use a shaving bowl? This is why I don't like using shaving bowls, folks. It's one more thing I got to futz with. I got to mess around with it, but look at this. Oh yeah, I'm getting that menthol, but not too much. And that's pretty much the only scent I'm getting from this, but it is beautifully. Look at this, look at that, look at that, look at that. Ooh, there's so much in here, I don't know what to do with myself. All right, let's put this down here. Gosh, what a mess I'm making. That's why I don't like using bowls. One more thing to clean and put away. All right, let's take this big old Frosty the Snowman here. Let's see if we can make a Frosty. Put it on there. That's good enough. Look at that. Come on, guys. That's American vintage shaving soap for you. They are like I said, a small kind of mom and pop business. They're very religious. They have a very strong faith, and they live simply, it seems. And I'm all for that, man. I'm all for it. Sometimes religion gets a bad rap, but that's just because people don't know how to do it right. I guess, I don't know. I'm not going to talk about religion, believe me. But you know what's wrong with politics? I don't talk about that either. Certainly not on here. And not much in life. There's nothing, you can waste your time, you can waste the most time just discussing religion and politics, so don't bother. Get on to something else. Figure out something good. All right. What are we going to shave with, if not these two razors from Pearl, which are a bit off. Nice packaging, a bit too much on the packaging. You need to cut down. I had to rip this box open. Look at this. I mean, it was super tight. And then it was covered in plastic and more plastic. Some thoughts need to be thought over there. Anyway, it's not about that. It's not about that. We're going to shave today with this old slim adjustable. I think this is it's a Gillette from 66, I believe. It's just one that I have in here. I don't ever use it. And got a feather blade, brand new. And it looks like the last time I shaved with it, it was on a 5. So let's see if that works. Whew, yeah, a little hot, a little close in here. All right, let's go. So anyway, this soap feels very, very slick. It was very easy to go into a lather. And I'm going to let the lather sit in the bowl, and you can see it's just kind of like lathering. It's resting. And sometimes lathers break down after a while, or they all will, because they'll evaporate. The moisture will come out. So we'll see if that one holds on to it for a while. And we'll see. Yeah, this is a good, I did make years ago, I made a video saying this might be better than the 59 Fat Boy, because everyone wants the Fat Boy. And these don't get much love. I mean, they do get love, but not like the Fat Boy. But it's a fantastic razor if you can get your hands on one. Going to be a lot cheaper than the Fat Boy, too, if you're into those things. Anyway, so Pearl Shading, fantastic. Thank you to all the stuff they sent me. And they usually send me just awesome stuff. And this is what I'm talking about. This was their Pearl Flexi, I think. And they sent me a couple of these, and the packaging was beautiful. And this thing is built like a tank. And I put it up against that $250 razor, and I preferred this one. This is the kind of thing I'm used to getting. But then I get these, which are kind of like Amazon filler razors. Do you know what I'm talking about if I say that? And maybe that's part of the business model. You have the high end, then you have the cheap kind of cruddy ones that are stamped out of metal. The only problem is it's garbage. I mean, no, I'm not saying these are garbage, but a lot of those things are just like, Amazon filler products can be garbage. And you don't want garbage to be the first thing you buy. And if you've heard me talking about Pearl and you go, oh, hey, Sinatra Lennon uses Pearl. Here it is. I'll get this cheap one. And then it turns out to be kind of a pot metal stamped something, and it's a little wonky. I don't want you thinking that was what I've been using and been recommending. But that's kind of the feeling I got with those two razors right there. I'm going to be brutally honest, y'all. So if you send me stuff to review, I will, I'm not going to tear you down for no reason. I'm going to state it, right out there. Anyway, so both of those feel like just Amazon filler razors. Like they're both twist to adjust, or twist to open rather, butterfly. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is the one I opened the other day. And so it's fine, that's fine, but the twist is up here. So you can either twist the bottom and then do it, but it feels very kind of, like the way it closes, like all kind of wonky, and it's kind of a cheapy thing. The handle, this part feels okay, but the head just feels like there's a lot of play, and it feels real thin. And I felt like it was a slightly off kilter. I don't know. That's the feeling I got with that one, which is why I'm not going to shave with that one. I'm not even going to. No need. I got some other ones I can do, and they sent me a lot of good stuff. And they sent me a slant razor that looks very good, very solid. It's just these right here, these two. These are the only two I've ever had from Pearl that have been like, But anyway, like I said, maybe that's a business model thing. I don't like that business model. I don't like you just selling cheap stuff just to sell it. I don't know. I'm not a business guy. So take my, words with a very large grain of salt. Is the sun being covered up by the rain? Yeah, we had some tropical rain yesterday. It was beautiful. Oh, woo! I'm telling you, a good razor and some good soap, still going, still lathering. Still, it's just everywhere. It's like it exploded. Great soap. American Vintage Soap Company. I'll have a link down below for this. And check on Amazon if you want to look at all the pearl stuff that they have. But buyer beware. As I learned in the Brady Bunch years ago, caveat emptor. You learn a lot from the Brady Bunch. You can learn how when a show's been going on too long and they bring in some cute little kid to fill out the cast because everybody else grew up and they're not cute anymore. You learn a lot from the Brady Bunch. I'm gonna keep that. This puck keeps getting wet. I'm gonna put it over the shrine. And I don't need to use any more of this because I've already got so much on the brush that this is extra. So I'm not gonna let it dry. I'm just gonna pour it out because I'll be ending this pretty soon. It's not gonna dry in the next 4 minutes, but I will. There you go. $12 for this. There you go. You can put your little, see, their pearl won't even fit in there. This is what I'm talking about. This sort of thing. You guys, you really thought about this, I feel like. You didn't think about these kind of things. I think it's just kind of filler, and it's really awkward to hold. So, all right, that's all I have to say about that. Except that this one's similar wonkiness on the top, and this part's okay. It's kind of, I don't dig that, but this is the top, same stuff. Too much play, I feel like. A little too. It seems a bit off kilter. Like some of the gaps are different on each side. These guards are definitely kind of bent compared to these. Yeah. Pearl, I'm not going to review those. You need to look at your supply chain and QC or something because those are not good. That's all. All right, back to shaving. What else we got here? Whew, I'm just sweating. I apologize. Oh, I had a lovely conversation with the Barbershop Duet. And I know I mentioned them a couple of times. That's Marcus and Sarah. And I talked to them on the phone the other day. I was walking from work. And they are just the most vivacious, interesting people. They're go-getters. They never stop. And I like people like that. I like it. So anyway, check them out. They know everything about scents and notes and music and Pilates. They're a well-rounded couple, and they're out in the San Francisco area. And we're going to set up some little thing where, like I said, they're the experts. And we discuss this sort of thing. It's like my channel, I do this and I chat, but I don't get into the minutia, of all these, overtones and scents of bergamot. And, that's fine. I just don't get into it. Like I said, I'm not poo-pooing anyone that does. But the Barbershop Duet, they know their stuff. And so what we're going to do is, I think they're going to send me a few sample scents. I think they call them whiffies. And we're going to have a live stream. Well, I'll be on there with them. And I'll open each one and smell each one and see, and they'll get my reaction to it. And I'll see if somehow I can be like, it's like one of those wine sommeliers. You can taste all the overtones and the undertones and the midtones and the nose and the finish. And same thing with whiskey. Same thing with perfumes and colognes. I didn't realize that. Same thing with shaving products. Everything smells good, has had some thought put into it. And it's never just one scent. It's always a bunch that work in harmony. So that stuff is fascinating. So anyway, the Barbershop Duet. Such a pleasure to meet y'all. I kind of been dipping my toe into the wet shaving, where was I? Instagram or not TikTok, because I'm not going on there. I'm too old for that. And I had a Saturday morning hangout in the back garden with Carlos and two other fellas whose names elude me at the moment. I apologize, fellas, but that was fun. So I'm kind of dipping my toe a little bit to see what it's like living over there in that world of, Instagram shaving and forums and stuff. But I hang out in the guitar forums and the Beatle forums and history, that kind of stuff. That's where I like to get down in the minutia, the screw counters, as they say. All right, third pass. Woo! I'm tired, folks. I'm hot. I'm tired. I haven't had lunch yet. But anyway, So hello to Carlos, and thank you for having me on the show, and thank you to Marcus and Sarah. And I apologize when I first started chatting with y'all, I called you Sarah and Vincent, and that's incorrect. It's Sarah and Marcus. So it's, anyway. All right. So stay tuned to my channel. I'll let you know when we're going to do whatever we're going to do. And maybe there'll be a musical aspect to it because Marcus is a fantastic piano player, and he does, I think he's like a vocal coach and singing, and he's done like, live musical theater, that kind of stuff. I did a lot of theater. I never did musical theater, and I perform in bands and play music and sing, but I never did any musicals. I did the Music Man, right here in River City, right here with a capital T, I did a parody version of that for like a gridiron show back, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun, acting/singing. So I don't know if that's in my future, but yeah, there you go. What else is new, folks? What else is new? It's summertime. My son is, he's in his second week at camp, and he is doing everything. He's thriving. He's doing great. It's weird though, because we can't communicate with him. You can't call. You can only write letters, and they post photos every day. And so they have to post tons of photos of all these kids, and we're picking through everyone. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, there he is. And then we got a letter from the counselor saying that he's a little bit quiet the first day, but now he's just like killing it. He's that type. So I like that. I really admire that about my son. So if you're watching this sometime in the future, I love you very much. You can clip that if you need to have anybody out there needs a clip of some old man saying he loves you very much. Just use it for good, not evil. That's all I ask. It was meant in the spirit of goodness and love. Woo! All right. I'm telling you, good stuff. American Vintage Soap Company. Just a little mom and pop. This is the Permafrost. It's mentholated, but it's not crazy. It's not making me cry. It's not overpowering anything else. It's just good. It's tingly, and it is rich and creamy. And the longer it sits, the better it gets. I've been watching the Barbershop Duet too much. Oh boy, okay. Let's see, what else we got here? All right, let's do this, and then we'll do that, and then we'll go. So sorry there was a bit of tough love for Pearl Shaving. I just haven't been let down by them before, so it's the first time. So, that thing your dad always said? I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. That hurts worse. Papa Sinatra? No, he had a thing. My dad had a thing where I would have an idea about something, or I'd be wrong about something, or I'd have done something wrong, or and he would correct me about whatever the real situation was, or like I needed to get something done and I hadn't done it yet. And so his thing would be, he would tell me, yada, 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 you need to get that thing done. And then the punctuation then would be like, kind of like, It's like, yes, I know. You don't have to say, but it got me every time. I don't use it on my kids. Because it doesn't fit. That's Papa Sinatra right there. All right. Let's see what else we got. I'm just going to do a little cleanup here. This is a fantastic razor. This 66 Gillette adjustable on 5 with a brand new feather blade. I got a good one. Watch out with buying anything vintage because it could be messed up. It may look good, and then you get it home and it's like slightly off and it never shaves right. But this thing's great. I lucked out. I don't even know where I got it. Maybe at an antique mall. I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm going to take it out. I always let it dry. I probably won't use this tomorrow. Why? I don't know. I never know what I'm going to do. That keeps me interested in my own life. I don't like to plan too much. But stay on top of things. Don't let it get out of control. All right. That's the most important. That's the most important thing I've learned in life. Stay on top of your responsibilities. Don't let it go too long. Don't procrastinate. I've always fought against that in my own life, procrastination, and doing sort of a half-assed job, pardon my French. Beat the devil out of it. Let it dry. That could be applied to a lot of things, probably. All right. So, yeah, that's it. So thank you again for watching. Thank you to the Barbershop Duet for hanging out. Thank you to Carlos and your boys. I can't remember name of your channel, but it's on Instagram. I'll put links to all this stuff. Let's dry off. Oh, and pat down my giant forehead. Oh, I could cure the drought with the sweat amount on this giant forehead. That's gross, but right. What am I going to use for... Oh, I'm going to use something different. What am I going to use? What am I going to use? I don't know. Okay, we're just going to... I'm so boring when it comes to aftershaves, but... Yeah, what am I going to do? Give you a brand new aftershave every single time. Well, that's too much. That's too much. I'm going to take a little bit off of there. Woo! Barbasol 1919. This stuff smells great, man. Oh, ooh. Hot dang tamale. All right, well, I think that's it. So thanks again to the American Vintage Soap Company, little mom and pop shop, $5 for a really great handmade, small, USA run owned business. That's, you can't go wrong with that. I don't think. But anyway, thanks again. And thanks you. I'm always the most elegant at the end. Thanks you for being here, and I appreciate it. And have a good weekend and a good week. And I'll see you next time.